When it comes to complaints of fly dumping, heaps of trash being dumped in neighborhoods, the 34th Ward has the fourth most 311 complaints in the city. We've reported on that recently, and now we're being told the city sometimes marks messes as cleaned up even when they're not. CBS 2's Tim McNicholas keeps digging for answers.
This looks like roof tile.
Francis Kelly is a South Side landlord who doesn't want his tenants living next to this.
There's old windows.
He's filed multiple 311 requests. Man reached out to the alderman's office about the vacant lot over the past few months.
One time we received a response that it was complete, so we checked. Nothing had been done.
He says last month he actually dragged some of the junk into the alley, and Streets and Sands cleaned that up, but left all of this on the lot, and once again marked the job complete. Does this look complete to you?
No. The people living in this house that we're renting, it's a great family. They deserve better.
Another person told us about this pile of trash off 105th Street. Request marked completed Monday morning, yet the trash was still there on Tuesday.
That's been at least a month and a half.
They reached out to us after seeing our story last week on this dump trash. The city finally cleans it up after the story aired.
We called the alderman's office. There's nothing happening here. This is why we're talking to you.
It's happening at 115th and Wentworth. We called Alderman Carrie Austin for an explanation for that story, and she said her office always relays complaints to Streets and Sanitation. Isn't there a ward superintendent or somebody who should be going around looking for stuff that's this obvious?
No, that's not a routine of the ward superintendent that I'm aware of.
But according to a job description on the city's website, it is.
Channel 2, we're trying to get a hold of the ward superintendent.
We went looking for the 34th Ward superintendent today for answers, but we were told he was out in the field. His name is Kenneth Austin, and he was appointed by his mother, Alderman Carrie Austin.
There's some question there. If the work gets done, I wouldn't question it, but I don't see in this case where a lot of progress has been made.
Sources tell us Kenneth resigned from his old Streets and Sanitation job about 5 years ago after the Inspector General's office accused him of getting in a crash in a city vehicle and having another employee cover for him because his license was suspended. I asked the alderman about that 2015 report in another phone call today, and she would only say it's inaccurate. This time, she wouldn't let me record the call. As for the 311 complaints, she said she's asking Kenneth and his bosses why they were marked completed and why the trash hasn't been cleaned. The alderman also acknowledged her office could do a better job of cleaning up piles like this one, and so could her son. She also defended her son, saying overall he does a good job. Now, as for the piles of trash we showed you last week, the city just sent us an email saying crews were actually written up for not calling those in, and they could face discipline. Live in the South Side, Tim McNicholas, CBS 2 News.
Tim McNicholas getting it done. Keep it up. Thank you.